You just can't be like.
I feel like I'm on Joe Rogan.
Super far away. My friend did say I want to be the Joe Rogan of Skagit Valley, and I said
Damn.
yes, I do. Although I don't want to be. Well, it'd be nice to have as much money as him, but
Do I need to hold a Bible and?
no.
Do I need a lawyer present? I feel like I need a lawyer right now.
No, I have a disclaimer after every episode, and it just says. Wait, where?
At the Farmstrong.
Oh, really? Oh, where is it?
It's the circle one with the chicken on it.
you and the chickens. So when you
Well,
go,
it's a rooster. It's a Farmstrong.
right. When you go in the door.
That's right, though.
Where is it?
You know what? I haven't been there so long, so I don't know exactly if it's still hanging up
Why don't
where
you
I last saw it.
Let's talk about how you don't support the businesses that.
That's a great
you.
question. That's a great question.
There's like a bunch of other ones. Yeah.
And this is a Apple Pad or whatever?
No, it's a Samsung Galaxy tablet, and then that program is called IBISX, and it's free. And that's what I do my art on.
Is this where you draw all those up?
That's how I make your tattoos.
Really? This is what you draw all that on?
Yeah. So like this one,
Damn.
I just got the photo, and I bring it up, and then I just traced it.
Hmm.
And then I just took the photo away, and I made that one. Obviously that one. Yeah, I drew that too. But I just get a photo that I want on like Google, for this one at least, and then I just brought it up, and then I just traced it and changed it how I wanted it, and then I just put the text in.
I was gonna say the text looks good for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird.
Nacho Libre moment.
Were you recording that part?
It's recording the whole time. I'm not going to stop and start it.
That's awesome.
All right, so your art gallery. Let's talk about when your grand opening is.
Well, so should I like introduce myself?
Sure.
So people know what the gallery's about.
Okay, go.
Yo, yeah, I got something downtown Burlington. It's behind AutoZone.
Well, I feel like right now your art gallery is in Ristretto because you have what? 8, 7, 6 pieces there?
I'm not quite sure how many are hanging up there right now.
A
I've
lot.
definitely had a lot of my business through Ristretto, and a lot of just a lot of attraction through there, I guess.
That's how we met.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been a lot of cool, really, people through that shop, so shout out to Sean.
And I got a Venmo notification a week ago, maybe 8 p.m. I was like, what is this? Who's this person that's sending me $15? So I text them back and I say, is this for the pickle? He's like, yeah, I'm at Ristretto right now. I'm like, wow, that's cool. Thanks.
It's so badass. I love
awesome.
that. Yeah, I got a crazy story, actually, about that. Like a Ristretto moment.
Yeah? Go.
So I did Anacortes Saturday markets, and I was there setting up. Everything was going good. Good day, good turnout. And I was talking to somebody about a table I was trying to sell at the time, and I kept hearing,
Wait, is this the table that I bought?
"No, I don't think I ever
The
took
white
that.
one?
No,
Oh.
I don't think I ever took that one too.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I may have, but I'm not quite sure."
So you're trying to sell a table.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was trying to sell the tables, and so I was talking to the person, and I kept, and this other random guy walked by, and he was just looking at me like he knew me. Just kept looking at me like he knew me.
Yeah.
And he's like, Anthony Martinez. I'm like, oh, you know my name? He's like, yeah, I noticed your background. You have like a piece of art that's on your website. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's me. I was like, why are you on my website? Didn't ask him like that, but he's like, I saw a piece at Ristretto that I really wanted to buy. And I was there today, and I saw it, emailed you about it, and came to the market, and here you are. And I'm like, oh, no way. And so I checked my email right there, and I was like, hey, you did. And so that moment, he just paid me and swiped his card and got the piece and went and picked it up at Ristretto.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like super like just meant to be type, met someone right there.
Yeah.
That was cool. But
what piece was it?
it was a 3-piece canvas, and it was tile. I remember I did tile on it. Yeah, almost like the one you also got of mine. A tile piece.
That was awesome.
But yeah, it was really cool. I think it was like some blues and whites and grays, just 12 by 12 little tiles, and I just broke them up and made it look like it was raining.
Oh,
tile.
Cool. What markets are you going to be at this summer?
None.
Zero? So people have to come to your gallery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So back to your gallery.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm just trying to. So I guess all back to Ristretto.
Yeah.
They're definitely big help to get me noticed in the county, and then also the fairs and stuff like that, and just the small other chips I'm going at it. Mm-hmm. But so I guess now, yeah, I'm at the point where I'm trying to just sell what I want and do it in my own vision, I guess. And a gallery seems like the best option because I sell art. But
yeah.
So the art, yeah, the gallery, it's just kind of all a huge dream right now. But I don't know. Do I just keep talking like this? Like, because you've already heard all this.
No, I like hearing about it though. I was just reading these conversation cards and laughing because the first one I picked says, "Are you usually too quick or too are you usually too quick or too slow to judge people?"
Okay.
And I'm thinking it's obviously too quick.
Way too quick.
I feel like I should answer these and guess the answer, and this will prove how much I know you.
Do it.
And then this one says, "What happened in the last week that annoyed you?" And I was thinking about when I saw you on Wednesday, and you're like, "Do I smell like gas?" And then you told me that whole story. Yeah.
I didn't tell you the full story on that one either.
No, we probably. Your gallery's not open yet, but people can buy your art at Ristretto.
Yeah, of course, and also
on Instagram.
On my Instagram is a huge one. I'm currently trying to get other series going to put in other shops and or galleries in Skagit right now. So
where are there galleries in Skagit? I know the one in Edison.
You know what? Back to your other question. I need to start supporting more people around here, 'cause I don't even know right now.
You should leave your house, Anthony.
That's not it. You know what, though? I do enjoy the days where I go and try to find places to hang my pieces. Like, I love and going to talk to them and showing them what I got. Like, I don't know. A lot of people are nervous when they do it. I'm nervous, but I look forward to it because I don't know why. I just know I know they're gonna see something they like.
Yeah.
I just feel it. I don't know why.
Do you?
A little cocky, but
do you? No, I don't think that's cocky at all. Well, I mean, maybe it is, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Do you bring your pieces, or do you just have them all on your phone ready to go?
A little both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. Yeah. There was a shop in Bellingham one time, and this is a couple years back, and they had homemade projects.
Yeah.
Lamps, candles, paintings, carvings, you name it, right?
Yeah.
And so I walked in and I wanted to sell them that piece actually.
The lamp?
The lamp.
Oh, okay.
It has a light up and everything. It lights up.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to sell that was someone had made a lamp that looks just like that one that the person's trying to sell in their shop. So it looks just like that.
Oh, like physically?
Physically.
Oh, wow.
Like stones and everything.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hey, I got a painting of this lamp. Like, this is kind of cool. And she wasn't interested. And I remember I walked out. I'm like, you're missing out on a good opportunity here. And ever since I said that out loud, I knew I was never going to sell that piece. And it still haven't sold it. Because I knew I fucked up. I should have been more humble and accepted the denial.
Wait, I have, I want to say 2, maybe 3 art pieces now. Well, 4, including the table, in my house. And the reason why I wanted the owl drawing is because you had never finished it. But then there's a whole story about why you chose the owl, or why owls are important to you. And is that something that we could share? Because didn't you say it was like I don't want to say a vision quest. Is that the right? No.
Spirit quest.
Spirit quest. What's a spirit quest?
And definitely helped with visions was definitely a thing on that too. But
where was it? Why did you go on it, and where did you go?
So I think it was 2019. I started growing my hair out. And I called it my spirit quest because I was trying to figure out what my spirit animal was.
Mm-hmm. Why did you want to find out what your spirit animal was? I've never thought that.
You know what? I really don't really know the answer to that. I just knew it was stuck in my mind. Like, that's what I was doing.
Okay.
It honestly may have been just me and my buddies around the couch smoking and drinking and came up with a dumb idea, and that's what ended up happening. Okay. But I took it serious.
Okay.
And so,
none of them did, just you.
Yeah, just me.
Got it. Okay, yeah. Got it.
So I just ended up doing it, and which was cool, I guess. But so I just grew out my hair and just like did a lot of like spiritual thinking, I guess, at the time, letting that happen, letting your hair grow and feel the natural stuff. And
so you let your hair grow.
Yep, got it down to past my ass cheeks. Wow. And that was a lot of fun, but I came to terms that my spirit animal was the owl. Okay. And the reason so was I've always been around birds, right. And birds have always, as everyone else. But I love just looking at them in general, as you know. I'm a bird freak. But when I was a kid, we had a huge backyard, and it was on Peterson Road. And there's a big forest, and I'd go back there and play all the time. And there were owls and stuff. And I remember going up to an owl face to face that was sitting across the fence line. And I walked right up to it. And I was just looking at its fucking eyes.
Like inches away?
Inches away.
Wow.
Inches away.
That's cool.
And just looking at its eyes. And I'll never forget, like, that moment. Like, just, it was a spirit. It wasn't an owl.
But that was when you were a kid.
Yeah. And so it all connected to that.
Did you, like, forget about that moment? Until
I didn't, no. I think
you grew your hair out? Oh.
I think it made me realize that was the animal because I was in the search. Huh. But I didn't know that at the time. Yeah. So.
Actually, one of these cards just said, what were you obsessed with as a child? So birds?
Birds, I guess. Yeah. Huh. Legos. Picking
Legos
on my
fun.
Sisters.
What?
Picking on my sisters.
True, brother.
I was good to them.
Okay, so, and it's still unfinished,
right.
The owl piece.
Right. So I need to finish that.
Well, whenever you need $100. No, I think it was 106. 106. No. You're like, let's just go to your house after this.
Why are we doing that? I could have been finishing that while we were drawing, talking.
That's true. Actually,
that could have been cool.
What I really want to do is get a tattoo while we record.
Shit. Yeah.
Because we have like really good conversation. That's why I know you're like, I'm dumb. Why do you want to record with me? I haven't done anything. Like, that's what you said. But it's because, I mean, what? 1, 2, 3, I don't know, like 6 tattoos in. I love sitting there just talking to you.
All right. Can I ask you a question then? Why did you choose to get tattoos?
Like from the very beginning? Why?
Yeah, well, yeah. What attracts you to tattoos?
Well, my first tattoo, I was dating this guy named Alan. Okay. And he had like 80 tattoos.
Nice.
And so I was like, oh, never thought of getting a tattoo until right now. And so I wanted to get Carpe Diem on my shoulder. And he's like, you know where you should get it? Your lower back. And this was 1999. People weren't getting them on their lower back. So it didn't have this stigma of being a tramp stamp. So I was like, okay, I'll get it there. And so I got it there. And that was my first one.
You're not the only one. I don't have one, but you're not the only one.
But really, like, if we did some research, I'm pretty sure that it wasn't like the tramp stamp as we know it today until maybe the early 2000s.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're
I was like
the
first one.
You're a pioneer.
I was the first one. That was Alan. Anyway, so that was my first one. And then, well, I've been getting a lot lately just because that's just how I'm dealing with Olive and her health issues. And yeah. So, and as you know, they're kind of addicting.
Yes. Yes, they are. And that's the cool thing about them. Like, everyone has their own reasons for getting them.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own reasons. Simply maybe super, super deepful meaning, or just because they love the art.
Yeah.
The style.
Or even the process of getting it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I love that feeling sometimes too, but it's also a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
But like you crave it. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's weird too, because like I used to see like blackout tattoos, like either even just like the arm or a section, you know, that was just all black, and think, well, that's dumb. But now I see that and I'm like, I actually really like that.
Yeah, they are looking really cool these days. And then
yeah.
they put the white over them.
Oh, the white?
Yeah, they go like white ink over them sometimes just to make it like the white on the black.
Huh.
Looks
I
really
didn't know you could do white. Or I didn't know, like, would that, like, what effect would it give?
A white mark.
Oh.
Just yeah, you'd have to go over it a couple of times. I'm sure just over time, just to make it stay white, but because white's really hard to stay in general. But yeah.
Well, I'm not going to ask you this question.
Why?
What book universe would you choose to live in if you could? Because you told me you don't read.
Put this on the record. I haven't read a book since probably 8th grade.
There's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah.
You should check one out.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Okay, so you're very quick to judge people. Something really bad happened last week that annoyed you. No. What was this one? How did your parents decide how to name you? You have a lot of siblings. Are they all family names?
That's a good question on most of them. I'm not quite sure. I know we all have like someone's middle name or something like that. So I think I'm named after my grandpa.
Yeah.
And one of his middle names was Anthony.
Is he still around? Your grandpa?
Yes, he is. But I'm not. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why that was so hard to answer. I was trying to make sure if I got the name from the right grandpa I'm thinking was alive or not.
Has it been a while since you saw him?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh. You should go see your family and the world more. Let's talk about your first job. Where did you work for your first job?
My first job.
I think I delivered newspapers. But then I worked at an industrial laundry factory when I was 16. Every summer, every spring break, every winter break, my sisters and I would work there with her mom.
Damn.
It was hard. It was like 100 degrees. We're like on this giant iron, putting like napkins in and like tablecloths, and all my friends were out having fun.
Taught you well though, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I don't think anyone else works harder than I do. So,
you know what? I'll give you that. I picked strawberries for a couple summers until I was able to get an actual job.
Yeah.
That sucked. But
I didn't know that people did that here.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
kids.
it's really common here.
But like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Up with people like 6th grade teacher at Edison. They're like, oh yeah, we all did it. What do you mean? You like a bus would pick them up and take them to the fields. They would work all day and then they would take them home. Yeah. And they did that all summer.
Yeah. It really sucks.
I just can't imagine that now.
Yeah. Well, nowadays kids aren't fucking doing shit.
Even if it was an option, they wouldn't do it. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad my parents made me do that though.
Well, you just said it really, really sucks, but you're glad that you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think, like I got a job. I was 15 and I got a job at a carpet store in Mount Vernon. And I remember because I wasn't.
You were selling carpet?
No, I was just working in the warehouse.
Oh, okay. Moving it.
And so like stocking the tile and loading up trucks and shit like that.
Yeah.
But so I was working. So I couldn't drive at the time, and I couldn't legally be hired on because I wasn't 16. But I remember that I'm not gonna like pat myself on the back or anything, but I remember I wanted to work. Mm-hmm. So like I was like, come on guys, like give me a job. I had 2 aunts, 2 uncles, and my grandpa worked there. So I was okay. So they made it happen. So yeah, I worked there till I was maybe 21.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So like how often would you work though?
I worked every day after school. They came and picked me up every day.
So like 4:00 till
3:30. Yep, 3:30 till closing 7.
Wow.
And I worked there every day after school. Everyone would go get fucked up and do like all their stuff. I mean, I'd go and play my sport and still, but like I would work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just all I did.
That's cool. Well, what did you do with all your money?
You know what? I had a lot more money than everyone else, and that felt great.
But what would you do with it? You probably bought a car.
I did buy a car. It was cheap, but $1,000 car, you know, so it was cool. It got me around for a long time. You know what? I just kind of saved it and bought the cool things here and there.
Yeah.
And treated my girlfriend at the time good, and that was that. So,
yeah.
Huh. Moved out when I could because I had the money. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was the first place you moved? Like, did you move with friends or like by yourself or?
No, my first place was Cedar Woolley off Talcott Street.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long did that last?
I lived there for like a year and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with a girlfriend.
Did you do the thing where you moved out for a while and then you moved back home?
No, I've never been back.
No?
No, I never went back.
Good.
I made sure that I would never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made that a high priority.
Yeah.
Just something about it. It's not the pride or ego. It's just more like, hey, I know I can do this. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well,
it's not my nature.
Our boys moved out.
Yeah.
In January. And then when I went to that show on Friday, I text Zach. I'm like, do you want to go? And he's like, sure. All right. So I haven't really seen him. I think I've seen him once. He came over to do laundry once, early January. And yeah, it was pretty cool hanging out. And then, yeah, on the way home, he sort of admitted like, well, I really miss hanging out with you guys. And I'm like, well, you have our number. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, kind of like my parents in a weird way. But I don't know. I kind of miss hanging out with you, and I kind of miss Olive. And
that's cool.
All right. Well,
was it weird? Was it different seeing him, knowing he wasn't a roommate? And you guys met in a different spot other than the house.
It's a little weird, just because I think he's not making he's not making terrible choices, but he's not making the best choices, and I know that. And
he's 26.
Yeah,
that's perfect time for mistakes.
I know, it's just hard because part of me is like, I raised you for 6 years, like you should know better. Do I have to yell at you again? Because when I yelled at him 3 years ago, that worked. He got his GED, he got 2 jobs, and then he landed that job at the county. And I was like, see?
Do I need to be closer to the mic?
Yeah.
Sorry. You can tell me.
That's okay. Anyway, so
tough love works.
It works.
I sometimes wish I'd be smacked around a little more.
Stuff. So.
Yeah, and it's sometimes hard for people to like just do things. It's just really difficult.
Yeah. It's fun to have all these ideas, but I'm reading this book by, I forget the guy's last name, but it's the guy who wrote Fight Club. I always forget how to pronounce it. But he just wrote a book on writing. And he was saying how, like, you know, being an author, like being a writer is coming up with this amazing, fantastic idea for a book. And then it was like these 30 fucking boring steps, you know, like drafting, revising, editing, writing essays to promote your book, marketing, like everything. So a lot of people look at that first step and then get super excited.
Right.
They don't realize it's so boring to be a writer, you know? I mean, do you feel like art's kind of the same way?
It can be.
Yeah?
Definitely
You're
sometimes.
just like, oh, I wish this piece would just finish.
Definitely sometimes. 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's also like, I'm really thankful for just I think it's psycho, but just the thrive to just never stop.
Yeah.
Just never quit.
Yeah.
Just always try to find, just fuck around.
Yeah.
Just fuck around.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
It feels like, and it's cool that I can yell at myself basically when those times happen, like for art.
Yeah.
Life, other things, I need someone else to smack me around. But
do you notice though, like the older, because you're 31, right? Yes. Do you notice the older you get, the easier it is to like notice that you're doing it and yell at yourself?
For sure.
Like, fuck, I know what you're doing. Stop it. Just get it done.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Which is nice because I think that's a part of growing up.
Yeah.
Should be.
Should be.
Should be.
We've all met people who are never going to get it.
But for those who are just listening, I'm a local Skagit artist. And I don't know if you've caught on. But yeah.
No, we'll put all the links to all your stuff in the description.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, and if you ever buy anything from Anthony, and you discovered him from this podcast, make sure you tell him. Okay, what's something that you believe everyone should do at least once? Places.
But not like here to Canada, like you're saying, like here to like.
I'm shocked at how many people have not been to Canada.
You know what? Me too. And it's so easy.
Can you cross the border?
Whoa.
I'm not, no judgment. No, just because I have a lot of CJ softball friends have DUIs and they can't cross.
I've never had a DUI.
Okay.
And I haven't had alcohol in 956 days.
956? Wow. You're almost at 1,000.
Almost at 1,000.
Wow.
But yeah, I can cross the border.
Do you want to talk about why you started or why you became sober?
I think everybody once in their life should get drunk, though, for sure. Back to the card.
And then also, you should try to get sober for a while
in
your 30s or 40s just to see.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's kind of more why I did it, was just to see. And
because you didn't intend on like, okay, I'm going to hit. Because when we were talking, I think you said you wanted to hit day 666.
Yep.
And then you were going to drink after that.
Yep.
And then I saw you for another tattoo, and I was like, well, and you're like, what? I'm going to go 777 now.
Yep.
And then now you're hit.
Yeah, I was like, what's another 300 days? That was my mindset. What's another 300 days to go to 1,000?
Yeah.
And so it goes by so fast if you don't think about it.
Yeah.
So fucking fast.
Well, and do you feel like you're missing out on life?
Not at all.
I personally don't feel that way at all.
Not at all.
Especially not with this athletic brewing.
Yeah, I think it's just a personal choice. I knew the way my mind is when I was influenced, so I just had to, better not. Let's do this. Let's just not do this anymore.
And hangovers get so bad once you hit like mid-30s.
I
so
bet.
Bad.
I bet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess I just stopped.
This one card says, what makes you feel old? But I'm not going to.
Gray hairs.
Are you going gray?
You haven't I'm surprised you haven't seen any of them. It's like half gray.
I don't know. I really love. Okay, so all of these new establishments that you're going to start frequenting, like, are you going to go to pubs now? Or like, because you're going to support the community now.
Oh yeah,
so
totally.
But like, what kind of place do you like to go to? Like Farmstrong?
I don't drink, so it's really hard to like, for me, I think like, what's the point? And I understand that's wrong.
The hub sells
I get it.
Athletic brewing.
They do.
They do. A lot of places have.
Mestizo,
or the new Mestizos in Cedar Woolley, our favorite Mexican place. They have Heineken Zero. Bullpen has Heineken Zero. A lot of places do.
Right. No. Yeah. I guess I've just never been like, why am I gonna go then? But that's a wrong mindset. I agree. I do agree with that.
You should go to a trivia night and.
Used to do that a lot.
There you go. Farmstrong on Wednesdays.
Yep.
And the Lemon Tavern on Tuesdays. They're both Clay's nights. I think they do trivia at the Long. Is that called the Longhorn?
Yep.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yep. Just never been to the Longhorn one.
Yeah. But. And I also have trivia at the Hub on Wednesdays this summer.
Don't go.
We talked about your art. We didn't talk about your tattoos.
Yeah.
That you're a thriving tattoo business. Am I your only client?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking. Yeah. So how did you get into tattooing?
Yeah, I guess if I may, I'll use the platform. So I guess I'll start off to where I started art.
Yeah.
Just never really stopped art. Always been drawing since I was a kid, and just always continued throughout high school. And in high school, I remember doing a start your own business class, and
cool.
and I started at it was tattoos.
Oh.
And I just did it and got an A on the project and learned about how to start a tattoo shop basically because I had to study it.
Oh.
And I was into art, and so it kind of just, and graduation, that was that. Kind of forgot about it. Still doing my art, and then I just went and got a machine, and then just kind of just practiced on myself and my friends, and got into that side of the art. way back when, I think I tattooed myself when I was like 15, just because I just really wanted a tattoo.
Yeah.
I fell in love with tattoos. Just my parents knew it. My mom bought me a tattoo right when I turned 18.
Really?
She did. She bought me my first legal tattoo when I was 18.
Nice. What was the tattoo that you did on yourself when you were 15?
It was a set of stitches on my arm. And I don't know why. And I didn't do it high enough to where my t-shirt would always cover it. So my dad would always be, "Hey, Anthony, wash that off." And I'd tell him it's Sharpie. And
he didn't know.
He didn't. Well, he knew. I'm pretty sure he did. But I was like, yeah, I'll wash it off, Dad. I'll wash it off. And he still see it. And I'd be like, yeah, I just redrew it, Dad. And they finally found out.
So what was your first tattoo when you were 18? What did you get?
The legal one?
Yeah.
I got a rib piece of an angel killing a demon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Did you design it?
I designed the first rough draft of it, and then I sent it to Tiny Tim, and he turned it into something that was way cooler. So I went with his style instead. Cool. And then he tattooed it.
Do most people get you to design their tattoos?
I do draw out a lot of tattoos, to be honest. Yeah. It's fun. It's difficult. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I should fall in love with it a little bit more than I do. But
why should you?
Because I think it's important for the tattoo artist to actually like just have like the full ABC, not just skip a couple steps. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's wrong. Like, of course, like you got to slap on design you want. Hell yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, like all day, no question. But I think it's fun to draw out some here and there. Yeah. But it's just difficult because everyone has a different vision, and so if you draw something that they're not about, then you're, oh damn it, redo it. It is what it is. But
we could talk about when you were supposed to design my tattoo, and then it never happened.
I'm supposed to do a lot of things.
No, remember you were confused about the lyrics I sent you?
Oh my god.
So just so the world knows, I said, "Hey Anthony, you're an amazing artist. Why am I drawing on my tattoos? Here, you design one for me." And he's like, "Okay." And I said, "I'm not sure if there's a point to this story, but I'm going to tell it again." He said, "Cool." A week later, "Are you done yet?" Yeah, just send me those lyrics. "I'm not sure if there's a point to the story, but I'm going to tell it again." Yeah, I can't wait to hear the story. Send me the lyrics. And then I had to send you a video. Anthony, you idiot.
These are the lyrics. That shit was too funny. I was laughing my ass off. I'm so dumb.
But
don't get a tattoo by me, guys.
But I already had, because I was a little nervous, I just thought of something really quick and threw it together, and it worked out perfectly. I love this design.
It was a lot of fun. So,
scars?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. There's not a month where I don't have a scar.
Seriously?
Yeah.
From what?
It's just random stuff.
Work?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that. I got tons of scars. I got my bottom lip ripped out open one time. That was crazy.
Ripped open?
Yeah, it was like just open,
from what?
like a fridge door.
What?
You can like open it like a door.
But what happened? Like, how did that?
Me and my cousin, we were little at the time, and we were playing football in the house. So I dove for a football and smacked my mouth on the TV and just busted that open. But tons, all the time. Like I just broke all 5 toes at once.
You broke your toes?
I'm not kidding. All of them at once. Playing football in the yard, like just random shit. You name
With
it.
Kilo?
No, actually with my brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got tons of scars.
Are they all related to your brothers?
No, I'm just clumsy. Like I got bit. My hand got bit by a dog. Fucking tore off the tip of my finger.
Wow.
That was recent. Dog.
So how long have you had Kilo?
6 years now.
6 years.
6 years now.
Yeah. Cool.
I suggest anyone getting a husky.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Just put the work in. Just like any dog. Anyone who gets a dog, take care of your fucking dog and do what's right. And train your dog and don't just leave it in the house all the time. You get a dog to have your dog as your friend.
And also train your kids as a second grade teacher.
Yes, please.
Train your children.
Your life would be so much cooler if your dog actually knows who you are.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's your advice?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. Have you ever painted Kilo?
Never.
What?
Never. Yeah.
I think he's offended by all these like horses and all these other. He's like, what? I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never drawn her before. My little brother has. He always does it, and it's
Your
funny.
Your brother's an artist too?
They're actually, you know what? My whole family is really talented.
Really?
Yeah, they're all really talented at all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they are. I kind of just made it my path though, a little more than they did.
Yeah.
But they're damn just as good as I am.
Huh.
So yeah, he started drawing when he was like just a kid, and he's turning 14 here soon. So
yeah.
But when he was like 10, he would start drawing, and then he would do one each year, and each year would get better and better. Like,
awesome.
Just day and night difference.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool to see. But
you should draw the picture of Keela with the hat, that little sombrero. That picture on your Instagram. That one's so cute.
Put it as my back tattoo. I don't have any back tattoos yet.
Oh yeah, I was wondering, I mean, you might have to think about it, but I was kind of interested in this one. What comment from a parent has stuck with you for years?
What comment?
Like, what's something your parents have said that you've like never forgot?
They don't speak English.
Your parents?
No, I'm just kidding.
You might have to think about that one.
Yeah, that's a.
I know. I'm trying to think if. I don't think there's one thing my parents said. For me, it's just like I talked about my mom worked so hard. Like my dad worked nonstop at the mill for years. And then when he retired, then he started working as a handyman at like a local like apartment building place. And then he still works when he's on vacation in Mexico right now, but he still works now.
Nice.
He doesn't need to. And he's, it's not easy to get around, but he just won't stop working. So I think for me, like, not a comment or anything, but just like their nonstop work ethic.
Yeah. No, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a sticky wicket because like, you want them around more and stuff, and you wish they were around more, but you see the work ethic.
Yeah.
And it makes you like, fuck, it just turns you into a better person.
Yeah.
It just does. Watching someone do that, because you want to thrive to do that yourself. Like
yes.
that, I was the same way. My dad was always working in refineries, like days and nights. Yeah, he still works there right now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, the same amount of hours. Just he'll take on the night shift, 12-hour night shift. He'll do it. Like, so that's kind of where I got all that, and I think it's cool because I tried all the labor jobs, and I still do a labor job. But I knew I had that mentality to work like he did. Yeah. Because like when it's time to work, I'm working. Like, it's fun.
And then when you relax, you earned it.
But the thing is, I don't relax.
You don't?
No. So like when I'm done, like my life's weird. Like I have a job, like the construction job.
Yeah.
And we take that on serious. The concrete, gas bar services for anyone. We do great concrete work. Stamp, brush, exposed, you name it.
All right.
But I love doing concrete because it's just like that same thing. Like it reminds me of the work ethic that I saw in my dad. Like it's nonstop work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I love concrete so much. Is it's just, I feel like it's in my blood. And then I get home and I do my art because I see that as work as well. Because I'm lucky enough to be an artist, and so I just keep working.
Actually, yeah, that's what I do. When I say like it feels good to relax, as I said it, I'm like, well, I don't know what that feels like, because this is what I do when I get home.
And it's not, but the cool thing is when you love someone, it doesn't really feel like that much work. You just still have that work ethic.
Yeah. Well, it's like that that quote from, what's that guy's name? James something. I had posted it, I want to say like maybe like a few days ago.
I hope I'm sounding like smart.
You are. I'll put the smart filter on it.
Thanks.
It'll be good. No, because whenever people say things like, "Oh yeah, like you're so busy," I don't even answer them. I just send this quote. So it's by James A. Michener. The master in the art of living makes little distinction between his work and his play, his labor and his leisure, his mind and his body, his information and his recreation, his love and his religion. He hardly knows which is which. He simply pursues his vision of excellence at whatever he does, leaving others to decide whether he is working or playing. To him, he's always doing both.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever
that's perfect,
I just send it and I say, always doing both.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Can you send me that, please?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. So anyway, and I like that idea too of like, I don't need to explain
Yep.
to you why I choose to be so busy.
Yep.
Or in your eyes busy. But then I also think, well, maybe you're not doing
it. And I agree.
enough.
And I think you're right though, because, and that may be a little bit biased, or sorry, not biased, but I'm the same way though. I'm like, well, you guys are like watching Netflix shows every night. Like, why not just like use that time to fucking weave a fucking scarf or something? Like something. Like something.
And if you did that for a while and you decide, oh, it's not your thing, cool. But I think a lot of people don't even try.
And I mean, and that's mental, I guess, or it's just we are crazy. We just want to stay busy all the time.
And that's why I like you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No, my daughter this year, we Olive and I decided, okay, what's like the one hard thing we're gonna do this year? Because she ran a half marathon last year, cool. And obviously, like she kind of went through some health stuff, and now she's playing softball. And okay, so that's like you just did the softball, like it's her first time playing, and that was kind of a hard thing she got over. So now we're good. I'm like, what's next? Like you have to keep doing a hard thing. So she's gonna learn the violin.
That's
which
badass.
is not going to be easy.
No, but if she gets it down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I've had a guitar on and off for years, and I was like, okay, you learn the violin, I'll learn the guitar, so and cool. We'll jam together.
So cool.
And then that way, I'll be like, okay, it's time to practice, and then she'll go in her room, I'll go in my room, just to kind of support that. So it's hard when you push your kid to do something, or you try to, and you're not doing anything. Yeah. How is the kid gonna like even respect you telling them that, you know?
Totally. So, I agree.
Anyway.
No, that's cool. Violent. I'm so excited for her.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And now I feel like whenever I hear like at my Discover Weekly on Spotify, and I'll hear like a violin in the background, I'm like, oh, violin, this will be great.
It's a different kind of human to play the violin.
Do you play any instruments?
I do.
What do you play?
I play the guitar and the piano.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What do you do with that skill?
I don't just fiddle with it now.
There's open mics at the Hub.
Yeah, I've just been fiddling. I write music and that's about it. Just chill.
Yeah.
I don't do anything with it.
So you just write it and then you play it and then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I got tons of music.
Do you really?
I really do actually. Oh. But yeah. It just kind of.
That'd be cool at your.
I don't know if it's good.
At your art gallery opening, you could have like your music in the background.
I've never recorded anything.
What?
Or sorry, I've like got like clips of it like on my phone and like shit like that, but like never recorded in
Is
the
this
studio.
on guitar or piano?
Both.
Why don't you get your guitar and play something?
Because I'm not going to.
I'll just cut it out if it's bad.
It won't be bad. No, just kidding.
Well, then you have to play it.
No, I'm not like that. No, it's.
I'll pretend to pause it.
No. Yeah, I just taught myself.
Oh.
I remember learning like, it's weird. Like, I'm not book smart. I'm not tech smart. I'm not any of that. Like my brain's.
You told me before you're street smart.
I'm street smart, and then I learn just by doing things, and my brain works better with like just lines and colors and like how instruments and work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really seem to like, oh, hey, that string makes that noise right there if I hold that, or blah blah blah. Like just learned that, and I was like, okay. And then just,
so you taught yourself how to play?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, so my parents, they got me guitar lessons when I was like 5 years old or something like that, and I did it for like a year and I stopped, and then picked it back up when I was like 15 or 17, and then just taught myself. And then same with the keyboard and piano. I just taught myself that like maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Same thing, just learned like the noises.
Yeah.
And then started writing.
Well, you said that your sobriety days are 956 something. So is that 3 years? So did you like stop drinking and you're like, well, I'll pick up the piano, I guess.
You know what? That's pretty much what happened, I
really?
guess. I guess I didn't think about it like that, but I guess that's pretty much, I found something else to fill the time with, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about the ultra that you're gonna run.
Shit. You know what though? I do need to start training again. I need to start running more.
Yeah.
get back into that again.
I need pacers for my 200 miler.
You need pacers?
Yeah, so basically just someone to run with me.
Right.
So I will keep going.
But like the thing is, like, I'll probably like be like way ahead of you. I'm an animal. No, honestly, that's cool because like it's funny how like characters like you and I, like, it's funny how we can relate to even the running part because like you run and you just don't stop.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with like everything else. Like it's in the mind. I don't get it. Like even when your body's tired, you still run, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
You just still do it.
Yeah.
And like for me, I do it because like it's just something to do. And my mind's at peace.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think it's the same thing with like how we're always working, how we're
Yeah.
always staying busy. Like how do you have so much energy to keep running even though you're still tired? You just still do it.
You just do it.
You just do it.
There's no debate. You just
missed-
you don't consider how you're feeling.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
Just keep going.
It's like I always think about this graphic from this book that I read about this Navy SEAL wrote it. And he talks about how when you wake up in the morning, you know, people think the first thing they think when they wake up is, how do I feel? And then that dictates what they do next. So quite often you wake up, you're tired.
Right.
So if you're tired, you're going to shut your alarm off or you're going to go back to bed. And then, so it's feelings, action, and then that action dictates your identity. So your identity now is someone who sleeps in and doesn't do what they said they were going to do. Whereas if you flip it, when you wake up in the morning, you think, who am I? What's your identity? This is how I got out of bed when I was training. Like, I'm a fucking ultra runner. That's who I am. So
Yep.
My identity dictates my action. What does an ultra runner do? She gets up and she goes and runs.
Yep.
And then that feeling piece, that's a complete byproduct. You don't even think about it. You don't have to ask yourself,
Nope.
how do I feel? You just automatically feel great.
Yep.
So just those, like, just flipping that is, so yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I try to think. I don't think.
All right.
I just get up and go do what I need to do. And then why would you need to ask yourself, how do I feel? Everyone feels tired when they wake up.
Yep.
You're not the only one.
Yep.
But, you know.
Yep. And people notice that in a person too.
Yeah.
Like it's a glow.
Yeah.
It's just a glow from somebody. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. No matter what it is, just do something.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's my thing is, like, you don't have to run ultras.
No.
You could, I don't know, write a book or do something. Or, like I said, oh, you mean everyone else should bring you their furniture?
That too. That too.
So let's say hypothetically, a typical coffee table.
$1 million.
What, like 200? Depends.
Depend. Yeah, it totally
Oh.
depend. All that is a factor for sure. I mean, not as much for price wise for colors,
The
but
size and the colors.
yeah, the size, how thick, the time.
Mm-hmm.
Those who know resin, it's definitely a process kind
You
of
don't do like
work.
I mean, the thickness doesn't change, does it? You mean the
Yes.
thickness of?
The thickness of the resin will change.
Oh.
Yeah, depending on how much I would choose to put on it.
Oh, so different levels of thickness give different looks.
Not necessarily. Yes and no.
Okay.
But like, so you can see how thin this is.
Mhm.
Like, it's super thin, but I put so much color in it because I knew it had to cover a black top.
Oh, okay.
So I chose so much color because I knew I needed to
Yeah.
color the page.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to like see through it, you can work with it, and it's limitless. It really is. Resin work
Cool.
is a lot of fun.
All right.
But anyways, yeah, I do that too, everybody.
Okay. He does everything.
Yeah, just stay in the works for.
He'll train your dog.
I'll train your dog. I'm not as cool as a sled dogger though. A musher.
Dog sledder?
Yeah, a musher. Is it a
You
musher?
said the sled dogger.
Yeah.
Dog sledder.
Did I? So I'm dyslexic
No,
as
it's
well.
okay.
I'm
Are you
also.
really?
Oh yeah, big time.
Is that why you don't read?
Partially.
Oh.
I just can't stay focused.
Hmm.
I'll fucking read literally 5 words and like I'm already like lost.
Wait, do you listen to books?
No, I haven't listened to a book. Not in a long time. I used to,
Okay.
but not in a long time.
Okay.
But It's
Yeah.
I only fill that spot with art. That's all
Yeah.
I do. I fill that spot with art. So. That framed $10 bill is the first money exchange I made off of my art.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I've always like been in the art. So whenever I was working at where was it? I think Pacific Wood Tech, and I was working
Where's that?
in Burlington.
Oh, by the camping place?
Yeah,
Okay,
by the camping place. And so I was working 12-hour nights, and I worked there for like maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
7 days a week. So I would draw my breaks,
Yeah.
and I was drawing like this owl on like this 4x6 piece of paper, and one of the guys saw it and he wanted it, so I sold it to him, and
For $10?
For $10.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh shit, you know what? Maybe I can fucking do this. Like,
Oh, cool.
so I
Yeah.
never fucking spent it.
Nice.
Decided to frame it and give me like an inspiration, like turn that, like you can do that.
Joe Schmo.
I'm just a regular Joe Schmo, everybody.
Well, no, see, the thing is, people should buy your art now before you get really famous, and then it will be way more expensive.
Yes, because I won't live forever.
Yeah.
Yes,
There you
exactly.
go. As soon as you die.
It's gonna be worth a lot of money. Everybody.
So they should buy it all now, because
Yeah,
the writing's on the wall.
I would.
You're not gonna.
I would.
You're not gonna last much longer.
I look like shit, everybody. All right.
We'll end there. Okay.
Thank you.